Welcome back to our Vampire the Masquerade story, Oxford by Night, episode 12, or 13, or somewhere in between. My name is Lesha, I am the Game Master Virtuoso, and I am kindly joined today by Rachel, who will portray the Rose Hathaway, little Riador. And on the other hand, I've got with me in here today Marco, who will portray Giuseppe, the Nosferatu. As their characters are far away, let me start with Giuseppe. Up to best of my memory, you finished with everyone else in the office of the Crazy-Eyed Joe. Yet, Joseph looked at you on some point of the conversation, and in his eyes you saw the spite. That would be all, he looked at you. His eyes start to glow in a threat. And your fortitude is not strong enough to protect you from his dominance. The glow of his eyes took complete control over your body, and you left the room. The moment you regain control, you are on a lower level of the Elysium, in some sort of chamber where you see a chair in the middle, very little to none regarding the light. And on that solely chair, in an empty, quite spacious place, you see a half-naked man with long black hairs, barefoot, with plenty of tattoos on his torso, arms, sleeves. You recognize him as a gangrel primogen named Fade. He is a bit confused by your presence. Not as much as you, by just walking in here. There was a 3 seconds, maybe 5, of awkward silence. Can I help you?
Was the bathroom this way or that way? Can't remember.
Everywhere is a bathroom in here. Help yourself.
Smells like it.
It wasn't before you walked in.
That's what I said. So, out of character. I know his name, correct?
You heard his name, yes.
How you doing?
Could be better, but asking kindreds how they're doing in this city is becoming pointless. And I suppose you know that.
Yeah. How much do I know about?
How much do you know about him? Very little to none. He stood up. Are you here by accident?
I'm gonna go with possibly.
So you don't know what you're doing here?
I know what I'm doing in Elysium. I don't know what I'm doing in this room.
Did Joseph send you?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. He looked at me funny, and then I just kind of like...
He stepped forward to you. Sniff you. Oh.
It's OD Lumberjack number 5.
Listen, I gotta go and talk with the old guy. He sent you in here to punish you, to torture you, whatever you've done.
Oh.
I'm not sheriff. I'm not doing his bidding. I'm not his fucking tool.
Oh, come on. Who's gonna have fun?
Unrested, I suppose. But this is not the only reason why I'm not gonna harm you now. For now, at least. Boo, if you recognize the guy, told me that they want you in the Undercity. You got some favors out there, and I don't want any trouble with the Undercity. So until I will get the direct order from the whole Primogen, you're safe in my books.
Appreciate that.
But don't tempt your luck.
Yeah. Smoke?
Sorry?
You smoke.
I'm a fucking kindred. I don't smoke.
Mind if I?
Whatever. He went back to his chair and leaned on it. He took out old phone from the front pocket of his jeans and started heating it to get the reception probably. And then typing some kind of message. He started to mind his own business.
I go sit on a chair.
There's only one chair and he's sitting on it.
Oh. The room. Other than me.
Sorry?
What is in the room other than me?
It's an empty chamber with one chair. That's it.
No wonder he's so mad.
Most likely. In a moment, he moved his head a little bit up and he raised his eyebrow. Maybe a second after that, you heard like psst from corridor behind you.
Oh. I turn out, listen to it.
Brother. Brother.
Yeah.
Follow me. And you saw a moving shadow that at the end of the corridor turn into a Nosferatu who looks like he's mummified, covered fully with rags, that even still through them you can see probably the most ugliest of your brothers that you ever saw. I mean, Kevin in front of him would be handsome. If there would be some sort of Nosferatu beauty competition, he would win every single one of them. Obviously, counting that the ugliest can win.
I turn the page and say, "Excuse me a second."
What?
I go over to the corridor.
Close that fucking doors behind you.
Yeah, what's up?
Your presence is requested.
I've been hearing this a lot. Alright. Let's get a move on. I got shit to do.
Follow me, please. And he led you in to another Primogen office. This time as the office of your father, your sire, a Nosferatu named Duck. The distinguished smells still appear in here. It's sewers mixed with a cheap cologne and whiskey. A smell that burns in your nostrils. You would recognize it everywhere. You can name the brand of the whiskey that is in the air in here, and you can see the empty bottles of it. Few rats here and there, standing up to clearly see you and the other of the Nosferatu who's with you. Not afraid. None of the rats is afraid. They're not running away. They probably try to communicate with you and him, completely used to the fact that they can talk with you. They start making noises. You see few desks, mostly with physical paperwork, in boxes that are marked as a years. For example, 1962, 1974, 1988, April till June, and some sort of folders inside with the paperwork. It's plenty of them. Boxes are pretty much everywhere. More than 4 or 5 dozen. There are candles and lamps. There's no electricity in this room. But there's a quite large, open, digged tunnel through the floor in one of the corners of the room, where the breeze of the sewers coming out from. It's kinda hidden behind the boxes, but still too obvious to call it properly hidden. This way, please. He starts to work.
Paperwork is such bullshit.
Sorry?
I said this paperwork is such bullshit.
I do not judge Duck's work. Duckling.
Okay. That's how it's gonna go. Alright. Keep moving, Ramses.
And you start to follow him through the sewers that again, you know very little to nothing about, as you didn't cruise through them quite often, maybe once or twice. But there was a certain point that you catch a sniff of something else than shit, rot, and moldy water. There was a moment in your journey through the sewers when you catch the smell of rose.
Hold up.
There's no time. Your presence is requested.
Oh, fuck. Hey, you. You squeak. Squeaky squeak. Alright. Tell her to follow us, okay? You'll pick it up. You'll find it. You'll find it. Here, get out of here. Greasy little shit. I'll pick up a rat, talk to it, and tell it to sit away.
Let me stop in here. Well, the sense of rose is barely there, as you do not possess the high senses. It is very difficult for you to distinguish it. Yet, she was in here not a long time ago. And she wasn't alone.
Hey. You not the... You smell that? You know who's been up and running around up in here? Hey, money
Not
boy,
my
I'm talking
secret to say.
Alright, let's go. No wonder why I don't come down here that much.
You followed the mummified Nosferatu. And in a moment or two, you walked into the... In a moment or two, you walked into a hall fulfilled with rats, fulfilled with Nosferatu. Being loud, talking, screaming, sometimes hissing. They are clearly two sides of having a conflict. Maybe three, if you look closely, but the third group is way much smaller. They are holding the pillars of the big hall. There are some sort of lights coming up from the ceiling connected to the diverted cables. Signals, traffic lights sometimes. Not many of them, not many at all, but many of us. Those that you start to pass through start looking up to you. Some spit on you, some hiss on you. The others start to bow.
Where are we going? What's this all about?
In a moment, you've been delivered, you've been summoned, and you stepped into the middle, the center of the hall. Out there you see a Nosferatu. Well, on one side it's really difficult to recognize between them. Even for you sometimes, you see very similar faces, you could say. But that specific Nosferatu that is standing in the middle, who just show up from Obfuscate, who appeared, cannot be unrecognized, cannot be mistaken by anyone else. Due to his size, due to his aura, due to how terrifying monster he is. You see a Nosferatu who is more than 240 centimeters tall, 2.5 meters. He is one walking muscle. He looks like he's built from bricks. He's green-skinned, bald, long, pointy ears, and his jaw looked like he could eat metal. As much as the creature looks terrifying, you do not recognize him. Yet he nods his head towards you. The mummified Nosferatu bows his head to him. This is Giuseppe, the person you wished to see. Are you? Said the man, the monster. He reached his hand, give you a handshake. And when he held your hand, it wasn't as strong as you would be suspecting. Yet in his eyes you see nothing else than respect. My name is Andreas. I am the Under King of the Vale. I'm here to bring peace and make sure that the new ruler of Oxford, at least the Under Oxford, will be one of us. He looked at all of the Nosferatu. Will be one of the Nosferatu who know what's good for his clan, and will be the protector of the Undercity. Your personal beliefs and sects, that does not bother me at all. We are here, united, as a Nosferatu, and nothing else matters more than the good of our clan. Do you agree, Duckling?
Yeah.
Please, sit down with me and with Kevin and discuss the future of the Undercity.
Alright.
And all of you, he turned to the other rats. Silence! And those who did not disappear. Yes. And those who did not disappear simply start to run away. They are still visible somewhere in the edges or faraway parts of the hall. Some of them get into the tunnels, which there are plenty on the sides. Holes. They moved aside as far as possible, but the curiosity forced them to stay or try to listen. And in all of that great hall, which now you can clearly see that is the size of a 2, 3, maybe even 4 supermarkets, is empty. And the only, well, not living beings, but the only kindreds is you, the monster, and Kevin. Please allow the proper introduction. Introduce yourself, young one.
Giuseppe. Said.
With your real name, duckling. The one that mother gave you.
Jeffrey Porter.
Introduce yourself. Kevin moved a little bit. Thomas Torquemada the Second. You are known as Giuseppe, and you are known as Kevin, and that's all right. Yet in the Undercity, you are brothers, and you need to know your real names. He sat down as he stood. Literally just sit down on the floor, on a solid rocks and mud. No matter which sect you represent, the one who will take control of the Undercity will be responsible for protection of it. And will cooperate with me as my domain as a neighbor to yours. You both are privileged to reach this title. Giuseppe, you are the duckling, the only child of previous king. Kevin, you are one of the locals who is chosen by the crowd. You have the voice of the rats, and they wish to see you as the leader. Is there any of you that wish to forfeit the entitlement for the position? He looked at Giuseppe. Is it a yes or no?
No forfeiting.
Kevin, would you wish to forfeit the entitlement?
No, sir.
Tonight, the challenge between you two starts. We'll have 2 phases. No one can aid you in the challenge. No one can possess the knowledge of the challenge. And children of mine will look closely to your actions in that matter. The one who will win the challenge will win the favor of the Veil and Under Veil, and will be recognized by Clan Nosferatu as an Under King of Oxford. Kevin, do you accept the challenge blindly and understand that you may meet the final night during it?
I think so.
Kevin looked a little bit scared yet confused. You could see the determination in his eyes. Duckling, do you understand, accept the challenge, and prepared for meeting the final night, if that's necessary?
Yeah.
Therefore it is. You both are now the brothers in a trial of rats. Phase 1. Gathering the Vitae. It was reported to the Shreknet, the line of ours, that there is a blood surge that Golden Church is looking for, that Sabbat is looking for, and Camarilla is looking for. Whoever gonna gain it will possess the political power. And believe me, one of them sooner or later will capture the blood surge. It is your task to find it before them and bring it to the Undercity. So the Rats clan can consider what to do with it, or to whom sell it. Do you understand the challenge?
Do we know who that is?
It is not known to me. Duckling, do you understand the challenge?
Yeah.
Just to be clear, the blood surge must be alive. Phase 2. There is a trespasser, an outsider who walked into the domain through the Undercity. He slaughtered 7 of our brothers. He walked in from the Reading city. all we know, it's a male of 9th generation Tremere clan. He must be brought to justice. And whoever gonna deliver him to the Undercity will lead the court and decide of his fate. Is that challenge clear, Duckling?
Yeah.
And you, Kevin?
Yeah, I gotcha.
You are free to go, and none of the rats shall speak with you until you either lose the challenge or win it. In case there will be equal match result of the challenge, there will be one additional. But we will go there if we're gonna be there. Thank you for your attendance. I shall wait in here. And he looked like he starts to meditate. He sat down in a lotus position and closed his eyes. Kevin nodded the head to you, and without a word, he started walking towards one of the sides of the hall. And you could see a Nosferatu, all the Nosferatu moving aside, and none saying a word to him.
All right. I think I'm gonna see if he's most likely probably going after that. See if you can find that Tremere.
What is that Giuseppe is doing?
Shush. That's a good question. Kevin probably knows the area better than I do.
Definitely.
No. All right. Blood Surge is probably going to be something that's more up top, rather than the Undercity. I don't think he might not be able to deal with that very well, but I'm gonna see if I can try to find this Tremere first.
So where are you heading?
That's a good question. I'm going to see if I can. Let's see if I can locate an area in which the other Nosferatu were killed. Now, there are probably going to be some remnants of something still there.
It
So
can be
maybe
kilometers away in a maze of sewers. You have no chances of locating where the attack happened.
Right. I can't ask for help. That's a good question.
I will give you a moment to think. Well, I'm gonna turn to you, Rose. Last time we finished, you also been in a sewers, haven't you?
Yeah.
Leaving the beast behind you. Next to the ash figure. Slowly dismantling into a pile. You feel vital blood of undead pumping through your veins. The levels of hormones in your dead brain are amplifying. You feel like cocaine. Everything is hyped. All your senses are heightened to the maximum level, which, according to the fact that you are in a Swiss, is not the greatest part of the day. It's quickly, the smell was quickly covered by the perfumes of Oliver, who hugged you towards his chest. I'm proud. He stepped aside. First of many, he started walking out of the chamber. As they say in the movies in these days, come with me if you want to live. He started laughing with it. With really good humor, you would say.
I go to follow him.
As you walk, you see that he definitely knows where you're going to. He starts to be chatty again. Is there anyone you fancy to taste from the local kindred?
I can't really say I'd given it any thought.
Consider that. I would say that you are a specialist when it's come to taste.
I'd like to think so. I did have a very good palate while I was alive.
Now you got even better, I suppose.
That could come in handy.
Exactly.
Though from what Darling was saying, there aren't many kindred left in the city.
There aren't many kindred in the Camarilla family. The church is still powerful. And the quantity of them are just growing. Now that they control the borders. Camarilla? Not the brightest days. But do not worry. You got the protection of the clan Toriado. We are well connected. Inside the domain and outside the domain. There will be time that I would like to introduce you to the House of Roses. But
I have to say I'm intrigued.
I'm afraid you're not ready yet.
That is for you to judge.
I don't want any harm to come to you. And believe me, our House of Roses, it's most dangerous and treachery place in the whole domain. There are plenty of those who walked in and never left.
Oh. Good to know.
But one day you will be a valid member of our society.
I should hope so.
But as we spoke, to be on the top of the pyramid, you have to work for it. It will come with time and experience and workload.
I'm accustomed to a heavy workload.
And we are accustomed to show appreciation, which is the taste on your lips at the moment.
Well, would you recommend any other clans, then? Preferably not another Nosferatu.
My personal best? Banu Hakim. The blood of traitors, the blood of honored warriors. It's got this little spicy aftertaste. Full of regret, for sure. Which is a good experience. But Tremere blood, it's very rare now in these days in Oxford.
So I hear.
So it's difficult to get. But yes, it's a mystery itself.
Do you believe the Tremere also holds a valuable position with what she knows?
I don't care about the material world. I'm a spoiled brat, as they call this. Very little I cannot afford, therefore very little I care about. But... no, sorry. I don't think I can say a good word about the Tremere clan. Other than they are tasty.
Okay.
It is quite annoying and disrespectful that what they do, the old voodoo, black magic, whatever you call it, they call it dark arts. Bitch, please. Cassandra was so annoying. I'm glad my father killed her. He opened the maintenance doors from the sewers for you. Allow you to walk in first. And you see way out from the sewers, the stairs up leading to some sort of station, maintenance station. Here I will say goodbye to you, he said when you both get out upstairs. My presence is requested in Elysium as, you know, I left the kids alone and now issues here and issues there, blah blah blah. There is a part of central town area of the train station and north to it. It's a party part of Oxford. I would like you to hold to it as your personal territories, hunting zone, given to you by the House of Roses.
I humbly accept it.
as an appreciation of your performance, I will prepare the correct paperwork to the Elysium, so it will be known that you are recognized as a fledgling of the clan Toriado in Camarilla and in the Pyramid. Yet if you sniff out the House of Roses, do not walk in. As much as I am in charge out there, I need to hold the mask of cold bastard that I am, so I won't be able to protect you. And
Duly
they do like celebrities. So
I heard as much.
they would say that you might be in their taste. Wonderful rest of this night, and many others. And when you bow, like you just did, when you raise your head, he was here no more. And it wasn't an obfuscate, because you saw the blink of him at the end of the street, and then at the corner, and then at the other. And he would move so fast that it terrified you on some level. It was less than 2 seconds when he was at the end of the main street of Oxford, running along the kind, towards them and making them not noticing anything. He's definitely the fastest creature you ever saw.
Oh. Right. I look around me. Do I know where I am?
Yes, you recognize the part of the city, yet you've never been in the building that you are in, which at the moment you are on its car park next to the sewer entry. It is central, side of central. There is still some people walking here and there, occasional car. It is late night. Lights, street lights, working as they should. There's not a single cloud on the sky. Half moon in gives some bright light as well on the streets. You can hear occasional laughs from the buildings when people talk with friends, some weird conversations on the phones or televisions working in the building next to. Nothing that would specifically collect your threats level or attention anyhow. You would say, just another night. It's probably a middle of the week. Oh no, it is Friday or Thursday. You lost the count. Yet the noises and the amounts of the parties inside personal flats around you would say that it's Friday probably. The amount of alcohol in the air is rising. Which, funny that you can catch on something new for you. Just as a reminder, you are wearing your clothes and nothing more. You do not possess a phone or your handbag or anything else.
And guessing I'm still kind of covered in sewer.
The smell is with you. That's correct.
And I'm in the car park. So this is near where. So is this the same car park where we entered the Undercity earlier on?
No, it's not the West Gate.
Okay.
It's just a maintenance sewers building. It's an open car park, not leveled.
Okay. Do I know any... Is there anywhere that I would think of to go that would be near here?
Depends what you're thinking of going to. Like, you got no cash for the
people, but I don't have any cash. But
you can probably get to your restaurant within less than 40 minutes walk, 30 minutes walk. Are you sure that the kitchen porters are still gonna be in cleaning? So they're gonna get you in, and inside you got cash.
yeah, I'll make my way towards my restaurant then.
Sure. Well, walking through the street was some sort of refreshing, you would say. I mean, you don't remember when was the last time you walked through the street. You react with some people. There were some laughs, people coming out from the pubs. Some people recognize you, some people wave to you, some try to take a selfie out of here and there. And sometimes there was like, oh my god, she stinks. Oh my god, did you hear that? Oh my god, what the fuck? Did they recognize you and they recognize the smell of the sewers that was coming after you? Some of them not. Some of them been too drunk to say or just ignore that completely. But out of the 10, at least 2 recognize it and start talking about it. Out of 10, 5 wanted to at least take a selfie with you in the background. You got my something. But very little to none bothered you or stopped you. The city changed. Not because some modernization, but because your perspective. The streets you remember them different, less detailed. You can see the differences in the balconies that you passing through, in the cars, in the posters. You start to reaching the level of your perception, I do apologize, where the kindred, your vampiric perception rising.
Well, it's very useful.
Don't look on the city with your mortal eyes anymore. And the fresh breeze of the night does help. Which makes your mood even better. You reached your restaurant. You walked in from the back. You knocked 3 times. And the kitchen porter obviously recognized you, a fatso with beard and maybe 50 years old. He started bowing to you, saying something in his language, which with broken "Good morning, madame." Honestly, as much as you know most of your team, this is the guy you don't recognize at all. But it's important fact that he recognized you. That's age you in. He let you in and step aside, scared of you. Which quickly was explained why. The moment you walked in, you saw your reflection and the pants that are suspended out there. And he went straight away to the other side of the kitchen and being busy. You got my point. But you can hear his heart going faster and faster. 'Cause you walked into your reflection in the past, and you can see a black veins coming out from underneath your eyes, from underneath your neck. Some sort of deformation that is entirely new to you. You can see them also on your wrist, on your side head. They are at least disturbing. And the fact that you walked through the city like that, it's scaring.
I take myself to my office.
Mm-hmm.
I take myself to my office.
Sure. Your office is completely repaired, restored. Everything is brand new.
Better. Much better.
Yet none of your personal items are here.
Right. There are no personal items. Do I remember anyone's phone numbers from the coterie?
No.
There's cash in my office currently.
You assume that they put it up the same code to the safe, and you know that this is the procedure, so you got full access to your safe.
Cool.
Which is
Okay.
also brand new and probably filled up with at least 5 days takings. So, you checked in.
Yep.
Your budget in cash is approximately £120,000. Nicely wrapped up.
I take a moment just to be happy looking at my money. that helps. It's like, right, I will take some of it for me. Probably take... What kind of bundles are they in?
20, 50, 10, 5s, 10,000, 5,000, 2,000, whatever you pretty much want. You can find this and this. You can just grab a fistful of them and...
Yeah, I'll grab probably a few hundred.
Mm-hmm.
Clock that all back up. Do I have any spare? Are there any spare clothes, even if there's any just chef's gear about?
You do have a changing room in here, and you're sure you got some clothes in there.
Cool. Right. So I won't touch them yet. I will go and wash off a bit first.
You taking shower in the staff room?
Yep.
Sure. You prepped your clothes. You took the shower. It was nice, refreshing. Yet a little bit cold. Which, on the point of the fact that you are undead, didn't make a big difference. But while taking a shower, you realize that along your body, the black veins are here and there. Which your current clothing that you got, which is some sort of dress with high heel shoes, do not cover entirely.
Do I have any makeup in my office?
No.
Is there a computer in my office currently? Cool. I will go and use the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Check what the news is showing, considering last time I saw anything on the news, there was kindred rampaging through the city.
Well, none of that you found on the internet. The major thing in local news is the visit of some sort of scientific environment high heads. Top people from science subjects, which you know nothing about, are gathering in Oxford regarding some kind of discussion and awards. That's on top pages. Later on, some football, some Olympics, pre-Olympics talks, some politics, some scandals, some celebrities. No, nothing about kindreds, nothing about rampaging, nothing raising any alarms. At least in the local news.
Would I have Anthony's number?
Yes, you do somewhere, probably on the internet, on your accounts. You're on Facebook, you can message him. On Messenger, he's active on those kind of social things.
In which case, I'll send him a message.
You logged into social media of Rose Hathaway.
Yeah.
And it kind of terrified you that you see 1,700 plus notifications.
Don't have time. Open up messages.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Anthony.
Opt in. He's connected. He's online.
No. Hi, Anthony. Hope you're well. I know we spoke recently. We need to meet again. Preferably in person.
Currently in Oxford. But cannot meet at the moment. I'll try my best tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you for a quick response.
Rather fucking difficult for him to show up, isn't it? You jumped in like... Whoever said that words surprised you. You didn't hear no one coming. Anyone. I mean, like, no doors sound or anything. But in front of your desk, actually on your desk, sat down Luan.
Luan, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
I have to say, I'm actually quite happy to see you. How did you get in?
She double clap on your computer. You're not gonna get it, don't worry.
You're probably very correct there, Luan. There's far too much stuff going on in my head to try and take that in as well.
Mm. I came back to the house that we met last time and I saw that it was ambushed.
Yes, you could
Some
say that.
bad people came in and I'm just looking for my Uncle G.
I'm afraid I was separated from them.
That's bad. I cannot see his phone.
Oh dear, I was hoping you could help me get in touch with him. Oh, I was, pulled out of there by someone else.
Damn it.
Don't know where they are.
You okay? You look weird. What's that black things?
I wish I knew, to be totally honest. It's as new to me as it is to you by the looks of it.
No, it's not new to me. I saw people with those before, but Uncle G never allowed me to ask.
Okay, sounds like I need to talk to your Uncle G.
I need to talk to him too, because I think I've done something wrong. I mean, he he's not gonna be happy. And I hate to make him angry.
I'm sure he could never be angry with you, Luan.
Oh yeah, he can.
Okay. What? I'm not sure I'll be able to help at all, but is there anything I could possibly do?
No, I don't think so. Just if you could give him any phone to his hands, so I could give him a call. Or locate him. Anywhere where I can get a voice recognition.
Hey.
She looks to the wall. Like, literally, a wall. There's nothing on it, not even a picture. I gotta go.
Okay.
Thank you, weirdo. She become digitalized and disappeared inside your computer. Which, by the way, nearly burned through that. It's maximum heating up.
There's... Oh my goodness, okay, so we've got techno magic, blood magic... Oh my goodness, and how am I meant to find Giuseppe? How am I meant to find anyone? Oh, I wish Malik were here.
Let's go back to Giuseppe. You are in a great hall of the Undercity. In front of you, the monster is meditating with closed eyes. Which, with few seconds, it looked like he really entered the torpor, actually. You can admire the self-control of this person. The rats are slowly coming back to the hall. Some of you looking with a despite, some of them looking with you with fear, some of them smiling to you.
Alright. I am going to see if... I'm going to see if I can find a trail. Like you said, I had felt something before. I'm going to see if I can find a trail that isn't Nosferatu sewer related of whoever might have
In this room?
Something that can something that could possibly give me something to work with.
In this room? Nothing.
Alright.
You have a serious doubts that any living being or any smooth skin or anyone from above never ever entered this room. And probably would be destroyed if you try.
Let me see if I can... I'm going to see if we can go back to that one path you said you came from.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can pick up the trail from there.
Trail of Rose. You just remember the corridor, which one was it? You don't sense it anymore.
And I'll sense the smell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You do not sense the smell anymore. It was covered with another wave of probably walking in and out Nosferatus and the smell flow. But you remember the corridor. You remember the numbers of the corridor.
Alright, I'll go check down that one.
You start to walk in towards the corridors that was leading that way. And in a moment, you could sense a perfume, male perfume. Quite strong smell. This is the reason why it's still existing. With
See if I can...
Sorry?
I was just going to say, I'm going to see if I can follow the...
With another 5, maybe 6 minutes, it led you outside to the ground, surface, city center, maintenance entry.
Alright, let's see if I can keep following it.
It's lost in here. What you can say, in here, this person used the celerity. But you could pick up also a smell of rose over here.
It's interesting.
And as far as she definitely reached, like, this side of the town, like, she turned right in here. You have very little knowledge about the Oxford itself. But, you know, she turned right. That's pretty much all I can get you. You feel lost, and you feel annoyed by it to the level that it started bothering your beast. How confused you are.
Alright.
Not mentioning the fact that you are hungry, aren't you?
I think my hunger is 2.
Still, the people walk on the street. Their hearts beating. It doesn't put you on your knees, yeah, but would that be a good idea? Probably.
I'm gonna see if I can, I don't have the scent anymore, but it went right. Alright. So Rose was in there somehow, some way she got in there. I'm gonna see if I can go that way, and in the meantime I'll keep my eye out for anything that I might recognize.
Make a test, please. Tell me your stats for survival and wits.
Survival is 2, wits is 3.
And your current hunger is 2.
Mm-hmm.
4 successes. Sure, not a problem. You remembered the alleys that you passed through. Automatically clicked. You are nearby her restaurant.
Any rats out here, by the way?
Sorry?
Any rats out here, by the way?
Not in the central Oxford, no. No, not any you could see.
None by the dump.
Sorry?
I said none by the dump.
Mm-mm.
Alright. I'll go ahead and I'll follow the familiar path.
In the next half hour, you are on the opposite side of the street to the restaurant of Rose Hathaway. And what you see is 4 black cars. Classic ones. Drive to the car park of it. The last one is blocking the exit. From every car of those, men in suits coming out. Heavy armed. Unclocking the guns. Rose, what I just described, you can hear. You could hear cars coming in. People talking in a foreign language. Unclocking the guns. Mostly semi-automatic weapons. There are a few of those who are having golf clubs and baseball bats. 4 cars, 4 people in, 16 mortal beings are getting to the back of the restaurant.
Can I see the back from the office? Or
No.
Can I just... Okay.
You can just hear them through your high senses.
Is the restaurant open or closed?
Closed.
Okay. Is there anyone else in the cars?
Drivers are still in the cars.
Okay. Can I obfuscate over to the one that's blocking the exit?
Rouse check. Sure.
If I can, I want to see if I can. What kind of car is it? Is it like a
BMW.
So it's like
5-seater.
5-seater. Okay. I want to see if I can get the passenger seat.
The cars are closed. The doors for the cars are closed, so it would be rather difficult to do it unseen.
Maybe I want to be seen.
Sure. So you're breaching the obfuscate.
Mm-hmm.
The guy turned his head automatically towards you when you started to get in. He took out the gun straight away, like some kind of pistol. I suka blayad, nitsivoi! Starts talking to you in a foreign language, which you can identify as Russian. And you're trying to hold his hand, yeah, with a gun.
Oh yeah, I'm about to have me some vodka. Red Russian vodka.
Please put the declaration in place. What are you doing when you walk in? When he's pointing a gun at you?
I'm going to restrain him. I'm gonna start feeding.
From his wrist, or be more specific, please. He's pointing the gun at your head. What is that you do?
I'm gonna with his right hand, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'll push the guns. I'm gonna use my left hand, push the gun to the side, and then I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna bite him on his neck.
Sure. So that's gonna be a brawl plus strength.
Mm-hmm. Brawl is 4, strength is 7. Excuse me, 3.
Okay. Yeah, that was
7
suspicious.
Total. 7 total. And I have a special in grappling.
Sure. And do you use potence?
Mm-hmm.
7 successes. I'm decreasing your hunger to 1.
I take just enough for him to pass out.
Sure.
Cool.
And in fact, he took it quite quickly. Rose, what is that you do?
Can I hear any voices that I recognise?
No, but you recognize the language, but not the voices. If you're asking, Dimitri and Boris are not here.
Just their goons.
Just the goons.
Right.
Some of them speak barely English, some of them speak Russian, they conversate in them. So what you hear from the conversation is the fact that guys with the baseball are supposed to smash the club. They're here to destroy the place.
Can't let them in. Have they managed to get in yet?
They're staying in front of the back entry.
In the back. Okie dokie. Okay. I will. Yep. Put the money on my put the money that I've taken on my person. Head downstairs.
To face them?
I want to see have any of the porters heard the commotion outside, or are they still busying themselves with work?
It's only one.
It's only one?
On this time, the same that was scared of you, and he's having headphones and he's mopping the floor.
Okie dokie. So I will go to approach him.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wave to him so that I don't startle him too much with his headphones.
Again. He starts talking in his language. Okay?
take out about 50 quid and just hand it to him. Go, take the rest of the night off.
Off, me off. Thank you.
Off, but try and go out the front, and I'll lock behind you. There's people out the back.
And without questioning, which is like kind of a thing
you didn't see me.
It's kind of a thing. No one here question you, but that's on an interview. That's what they got in contract. You allow him to live safely.
Yep. Thank you. No collateral damage, please. Right. And then...
I think I can reward you a humanity point for that.
Yay! Excellent.
Because it was very nice of you. Yet, there is a time schedule sacrificial thing.
Yeah.
By the fact that you allow him to leave, you're here smashing the back doors. And the Russians entered. Start making a mess in the kitchen first.
No, not the kitchen. Right, I will use my celerity to get my ass to the back quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I will then use awe to get to make sure their attention's on me.
Using awe. You are the only person other than them in the scene that their attention will be on you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
So you're running in with rapid reflexes and fleetness.
Yep. Yeah.
And what is that you want to do? Because we are barehanded. There are plenty of knives. No, actually, knives at this time are hidden. Locked.
Yes. I say that knives will be locked away. But
so you got pans and pots as your potential weapon against the assault rifles, baseball bat, and golf clubs. One against, let's say, 8 that have walked in.
Cool. You guys happy to take some money back for Dimitri, or are you just gonna bust my shit up?
They looked at you. And the moment you saw them from close, you realize something's really off with them. Because without a word, they clicked. You heard snapping the necks. You heard weird noises coming out from their mouth, like they're puking and talking at the same time. The moment that they saw you, they all shaked. The spine went straight. The blood started coming out from their eyes. One tried to make a move at you and stopped in the middle, starts to shake. Blood out from the eyes, nose. One started to puking, went on the floor. The other one, with the throbbing muscles, starts to holding the triggers, which, Marco, you could hear from outside when the gun starts shooting. Rifle went through the floor, wall, and ceiling, hitting the pots and making a much more mess and noise. In a moment, they all fell on the floor. And the spines of those people start to get ripped off. The skin starts to move. The spines shred the suit and start to lift above through the flesh. The sound of the cracking bones as the spine starts to dense and mutate together in your very eyes. 8 people without a single bone in them start to become one. Every cell of your brain tells you to run.
Yeah, can I run out of here, please?
Well, you cannot run through the back.
Run back through the front.
Only through the glass.
I'll go through the glass at this point.
This is what you intend to do. Mark, you drop the unconscious Russian driver from the car that was blocking back. The moment you start feeling, I suppose, you covering the wounds.
Okay. I take his gun. Put his unconscious body. I get in the driver's seat. Put in reverse.
That's the moment you hear the assault rifle going on in the restaurant.
At what point do I see Rose jumping through the window?
Yeah, a few seconds later.
Okay.
You are on the middle of the road, which you saw Rose jumping and bullet jump through the window.
Okay, I'm in the passenger seat. I'm in the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
Open the door. I shout, "Hey, kid!"
Which is something gross you can see and react to.
I jump in the car. Yes. Oh my god, I'm so happy to see you, Giuseppe.
And what
We
do you
need
do,
to get the
Giuseppe?
hell out of here.
Huh?
And what do you do, Giuseppe?
Reverse drive.
Reverse drive.
Yeah. We get back out of the exit, stop blocking the exit, put it in drive, we drive off.
And you drive towards the center or outskirts, or where do you drive to?
Away.
Away. Whatever, just far away. Gotcha. Well, in the next second, when you focusing on a road, and I suppose Rose, you watching front and back at the same time, holding with one hand Giuseppe to make sure that he's real and that he's and to feel the moral support of his presence. You can see hundreds and hundreds of moths flying out of the window of your restaurant. I think you are muted.
Shouldn't be.
I
Hello?
can hear you.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. What is it with moths? I don't get it. I don't even know if I want to get it, but... Oh, what a night. What a night, what a night, what a night. Good to see you, Giuseppe.
Are you okay?
I don't know. It's been a wild ride, and I have no idea what I just saw, but that, spines ripping out of people, then, them joining all together, bleeding out their eyeballs. Why don't you sound shocked?
I'm more concerned about what's going on with your face.
Oh,
That's a new thing, isn't it?
who was that?
Storyteller, sorry. My bad.
Oh. Yeah, we need to go somewhere and talk. I have no idea exactly what's going on, but right now, you and Giorgos are the only two that I can feel I can actually talk to and trust, more importantly.
Yeah, alright.
And, Luann, before I forget, Luann wants to try and reach you. You need a phone.
Oh. There's a body in the back, see if you can grab one from him.
I will search the body.
Yay. You found the phone, and the moment that you start searching for it, the moment that you touch the skin of the person, the open eyes that start to bleed.
Oh god, we got another one.
His nose starts to bleed. He starts to convulse.
I'd launch him out the car.
You do what?
I'd try and open the door and just throw him out the car and grab
Sure.
while taking the phone. Just out the car. Nope.
I suppose, Giuseppe, that's causing you to speed up. I will need a verbal confirmation.
Yes.
Sure. Well, you get into the back, and with your high heels, you start to just move the body out of the open doors, which, Giuseppe, I'm going to test your driving plus dexterity, because suddenly your car is bigger than it should. What is your driving skills?
2 in drive, 2 in dexterity.
Your hunger is 1.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes. Sure. With very little to none issues. Both of you manage to dispose the body. That makes a couple of jumps on the road behind you. Still convulsing and still bleeding, leaving the drops of blood on the floor. You manage to close the doors, give him the phone, and sit on the front. Or you staying on the back?
I'll get back in the front.
Sure. So just to clarifying, Giuseppe, you're riding any direction as fast as you can. You're breaching a little bit the driving procedures, yet you're slowing down after the safe distance from the corpses.
Safe distance.
Rose, from your perspective, he's driving, he's on your left, you're passing him the phone. Are you sitting on the right-hand side? Where is the front passenger? You are not armed. Behind you there's a bloody backseat with a naked ginger girl sitting there behind you.
Giuseppe, she's back. The redhead's back. Can you see her? Or is this just me?
Can I?
No, you see nothing.
You're on with that one, kid. I'm sorry.
I turn to look at the redhead.
You stare her into the eye. She's looking at you. She seems not present. But she's calm.
You know what? There's too much to deal with right now. She's not doing anything. She looks kind of calm. Let's just get where we're going.
And in a moment or two, maybe an alley later, her calmness, her peace starts reaching you and calming you down. Giuseppe, you stopped the car somewhere in the alleys, somewhere when you consider it, let's say, safe to talk.
Lights off.
Lights off, engine off. Way in front of you, way in behind you. Buildings too high for you to be jumped on. Seems safe. When he turned off the engine and slowed everything down, the girl from the backseat disappeared. You are alone in the car in the middle of Oxford.
Well, she's gone again. Just a problem for another time, but...
You'd like to trick or treat pretty early.
Yes. So, did everyone else make it out of the house?
Oh yeah, they're all on. They're all doing like playing chess and checkers and shit.
Politics, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that shit.
Wonderful. Right. We sure no one can hear us?
Not at all.
That fills me with a lot of hope, Giuseppe. Right. So.
All right, I take the phone. You guys got flip phones.
The moment you hold it in your hand, some Russian menu options start to be visible, and in the moment private numbers start to call.
How's the cooking over there?
Not great, Uncle. I've been contacted by a undead. I don't know how he located me. He kind of pissed me off.
Oh?
And it's about you.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking for you, so he went for me. That's something fucking new for me. I'm sorry. I didn't want to raise my voice. I do apologize.
All right.
His name is Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know. And I don't know. He don't have one. He doesn't fucking exist in any paperwork. He never did. He must have a strong back, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I got his number. He wants you to call him. It's about something you lost, and he got it.
Okay.
Something yours. I don't know what is that. And I'm kind of fucking jealous. But it's also the other part. A bad message. So I heard about those blood funds on your head. I kind of split the beans about it, if you know what I mean.
Uh-oh.
I went to the neighborhood, and they asked me how you doing.
Uh-huh.
And I said, yo, Giuseppe is alright, you know, and he's having a bloodhounds and all that kind of stuff. And they get all serious and start shouting at me.
Oh, yeah.
And they book the flights to Oxford.
Oh.
I mean, the boys are coming.
Ooh. And here I thought we was going. This was bad news.
Well, it's not great. Not for me.
Are you safe, kid?
For now, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Look, keep your wits about you. You got any problem? Okay, look. You got any more problems?
I got werewolves problems, but not much you can do about it, I'm afraid.
Oh, don't worry. I'll take care of everything. You just keep safe. Oh yeah, definitely. You got it.
Yeah, if they would have other issues than me, it would be nice.
You just keep safe. You know, stay out of trouble. I know. Look who's talking. Don't worry.
Take care.
Mm-hmm. Have a good night, kid. Oh yeah. Jonathan. You seen that movie back in the States? We got this thing called To Catch a Predator. Sometimes they like to harass little girls. Yeah. We got us one called, and his name is Jonathan.
Wonderful.
Yeah. He's one of us, apparently. He ain't gonna be much longer. Clean out this ashtray. I'll make room for him. So, not trying to be too personal, but this choice of makeup you got going on,
Wouldn't say I had a huge deal of choice in the matter, but
I have a suspicion. Who was it?
it was me or her.
Yeah. Well, I figured, but who was her?
Darling.
So her name was Jennifer, you say? Jennifer Conley. Sucks to be Jennifer. Well, okay. Sucks to be Jennifer. You did say Jennifer, that's what I heard.
Yes, all these nicknames and things. But on a pressing matter, Malik has met the final death.
Oh. Yeah. How did he go?
He met the sun.
Bet they had lots to talk about.
Yes.
I'm gonna put on some light jazz. You like jazz?
Of course.
Put on real low.
Let me have a look. I pick up the phone and see, using the icons, see if there's just a notepad function.
Sure.
Yep. And
You
then,
turn to the English keyboard and there's a message you type.
yeah, saying, and I will type, unaware who could be listening in.
Sure. Whatever you say now, you can just say, I'm typing that.
Yeah, typing that. Saying, I'm part of the pyramid of the, and then I'll just put a big S without writing the whole word. And show Giuseppe.
What is your response, Giuseppe?
Space. I type out whose ears back to her.
Backspace. And we'll put my father, and then put another rose and show Giuseppe.
Backspace. Name? Question mark.
Backspace. Oh no, I just put Oliver.
Really?
Backspace. Do you think I'd risk this all if I wasn't sure?
I know who Oliver is, right?
Yes, Primogenitor Toreador, the son of Alexander Crane.
Type out. Oh shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll type, I'm in too deep. You and G are the only two I trust.
Just relax. We'll get through this.
Feel much more relaxed if I hadn't just seen the wonderful piece of modern art that is Malik. There's so much to deal with, Giuseppe.
You ain't kidding. Right. We got puppies to deal with.
A phone
We got-
started to ring again. By the little bright light for the screen, you can say it's Luan again.
Hey, kid.
Hey,
Hey.
there is someone who would like to talk with you.
Okay.
In a moment, you could hear that somebody took the phone from her. Greeting, my friend.
Hey.
How is the night treating you?
Oh, it's beautiful, man. You gotta look at these stars. They are spectacular. I ain't got, let me tell you.
That's great.
Mhm.
Do you remember me, my friend?
Oh, yeah. Nice place you had. Really beautiful. I love the drinks. Were amazing.
Good.
Um,
Good. I'm happy to be recognized.
mhm.
I heard about your little competition with the little brat rat Kevin. And as
Mhm.
much as you cannot ask for help, there's a glitch as help can be given willingly.
Mhm.
I
Yeah, well,
heard
that's-
this and that about the Tremere walking into the domain,
Uh-huh.
the one who slaughtered. I know what he seeks, and I know his name.
Oh, that's
I
good.
thought that can give you a clue, and it can build a bridge of communication between the Golden Church and the Undercity.
Oh, yeah. Like the way you think.
His name is Johann. He comes from Reading.
Yeah. Johan.
He's the son of the regent of Reading. And he's seeking a revenge on the local Hekata. He's here to investigate the summoning of the raging spirit.
Hmm.
So first place he gonna look for is the place of death, which is the clinic of Dr. Dimakopoulos.
I know where I'm heading.
May the winds be on your side, my friend.
Yeah. Hey, let me, before we, depart for this evening, I'm gonna need to pick somebody up, and, kind of get this, individual to a nice little, hotel, whatever. Mind handing the phone back to the kid? Do you appreciate that?
I'm afraid there is something I cannot do. Sure, lady left.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah. Yeah, she likes to, she's a mover,
Yeah, she is quicker than the rest of her kind. Do not worry. She's safe.
Oh yeah, of course she would be. I mean, how could she not be?
Her safety is my gift to you, my friend.
I do appreciate that.
Bridge works two ways.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good night, Mr. Potter.
Do. I step outside.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me 1 second. Then I'm gonna find something.
go on.
Let's step outside of the car and I'm gonna find something to break.
Mm-hmm. Garbage bins, plastic ones. Rose, you see him getting physical, violence. Just go out from him.
I back in, take up the phone. I don't punch in a number. I just say, "Kid, if you're okay, just give me the sign." Talking to the WAN.
The phone give you a reset screen. And you heard, even though it's like Samsung, you heard from Motorola, "Hello, Moto." Stating which there was a glitch, and then in turn to the opening of iOS, and then it was a glitch, and you see open camera, and you see your face. That starts to adding some kind of like stickers to your face, like funny glasses or puppy ears. Modern teenagers fashion social media toys.
Doggy tongue coming out.
Yeah, that kind of stuff on your deformated face.
Alright, we gotta stop by the office. Alright. Alright, head to Giorgos's office.
And like, you know the address or something?
We've been there before, haven't we?
Yeah. The city is large.
No.
If you're at least gonna tell me which neighborhood it is, then I'm gonna surprise let you know. If you can name the neighborhood, then I will allow you to know the address. No, you're completely clueless, aren't you?
I look to Giuseppe and go, so where are we going now?
I was hoping we could find Giorgos's place. Does the word Reading mean a bell to you? You're a local, right?
Reading? Yeah, that's another city. So, but if we're looking for the office, I'm sure we could find the details online if we look for his
Just see
doctor's
website for Dr. Giorgos Dimakopoulos clinic, and when you press it, it is no longer available.
Well, there goes my plan. So these veins, are they really that bad?
In a lot of ways, yeah. Which reminds me. So, son of a bitch, I ain't no right way to say this. Like, they might last for a hot minute. And you don't want no one to see you with that. At all.
Fantastic.
Okay. Heading to Reading. Road trip.
Okay. He started to drive off from the city. First, from the center. I suppose you put a GPS on, right? Mark.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You see he located the city of Reading. And he's driving off to the Berkshire.
Correct me if I'm wrong, don't we get in trouble for going between places?
Me?
Like, I've been told we have, like, domains and all of that, so
Oh,
she
yeah.
was driving off, really.
You gotta introduce yourself to whoever's in the area.
Well, I can't really introduce myself to people right now.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. So, you're gonna stay in the car for a bit. There's more than one way people can see that shit, by the way. But for the time being, I'm gonna pick you up some of that face powder.
Would you like me to fast forward the travel?
Yeah.
Right. So, you put a smooth jazz or whatever, and soon you left the city of Oxford behind you, not aware of danger that was in front of you. The moment that it happened, it was sudden, and it happens a meters after a sign, end of Oxford. Sure. The moment you left the city of Oxford, the moment you left the sign, you felt that something is wrong. Didn't pay much attention to it at the beginning, and been too busy with general chat and explanation and the tune and the feeling of living during the night. When this thing moved on your car. It is 4:20 a.m. in the morning, and on that road you're probably the only car. When from the side of the road, a rock, living, moving rock with legs and hands, grabbed your car and run. Take it off from the street. Squeeze you both in. You heard the metal cranking. You heard your bones shattering inside the car that was squeezed by this mythical creature. And it is very little you remember. As your beast took over and drive to survive. Thank you for visiting Oxford by night. We will catch up with you soon.